It's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us.
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and casual threats and insults. All for a measly 20,000 mora?
Yeah, that's not good enough.
He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
Oh, it's that serious.
It's a shame what happened to him. I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer, but he chose now, of all times, to...
That's pretty scummy.
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for.
Oh, ooh, overwhelming hatred is overflowing within me. Because you don't seem to care that a guy killed himself for this. Wow.
And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage.
You know, let me put this... hoping that it won't be another 30 minutes before we can end this. Even if it is, I'm just going to put that next 30 minutes in this episode because, well, these character story quests are supposed to be 3 parts. Do not tell me Alhaitham is the start of having 4 30-minute things making a character episode 2 hours.
I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do, Alhaitham. Do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilias returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
See, Ilias is now going to expose you like he exposed the fraud.
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these 2 differing emotions will give rise to new conflicts.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive?
Of course he did.
And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain. and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
Damn, bro, is that the boss?
Monsters. Where did they come from? And
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
hey, Alhaitham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can.
See, I'm invested in the Alhaitham story quest, but not when Alhaitham is here. Oh god, the shitty music. Here we go again.
By royal decree.
That same YouTube Shorts guy who talked about, you know, he also dislikes Scaradouche, also said the Sumeru music when it hits be like good, and I'm like, something we just can't agree on, I'm afraid. Would you fucking back up?
At the frying pan, Oz revealed.
You think I will give any respect to your fungi? You know, I like how we had a whole fungi Pokemon thing go on, and then we're gonna have beetle battles very soon.
Isn't that bad of a person?
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
Dude, fuck your evolution.
Defract! Oh, bull. Here you are.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake the collective stability.
Did I just lose Alhaitham special because of this? I did. Wow. You made him very useless again. Alright, you can move over, Oz. You know, I just realized something. Shit. Fucking Golden Apple Archipelago will be back soon enough. It usually, Golden Apple Archipelago usually always comes around before the version ends. God, time moves fast. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher.
The academia, the march.
No. I couldn't aim. I actually could not aim. Like, I desperately tried to aim and it wouldn't work.
Oz revealed. Yeah.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Nice and spiked. By royal decree.
You know, Honkai Honkai Star Rail, I feel like its combat, I don't know, maybe turn-based has just become something to me that doesn't exactly get too boring. Because I think turn-based is a lot easier to me because there's only so many things that can happen. The only problem with turn-based and its difficulty can be that I just actually didn't find the equipment. Because in games like Genshin or something, you gotta do a lot of shit to actually get your equipment. Like in Destiny, let's use that for example. Look at all that stuff you gotta do in Destiny. If Destiny ended up somehow being a turn-based game, do you think it would be the same with its difficulty of getting equipment?
Was there an error in our judgment?
Oh, you piece of shit.
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made him...
I knew you were gonna do it, and I don't know why you didn't do it first. I feel like I'm actually... Oh, don't tell me this is gonna end up making me do 4 episodes for Alhaitham Story Quest. That's gonna be bad.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number 1. His judgment is the optimal one.
idea what you people are even saying, and I, for one, don't even care. And whatever this thing is doing doesn't even matter. It's falling on its ass.
Barbados, guide us.
You're toast!
It's having a seizure.
Oz, reveal!
Deflect!
What have you done? Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive.
I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my hive from the inside out! Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
Don't save him.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down in the list! Siraj is a liar!
This isn't what we agreed to.
I should be the one in your position!
Okay, some of these people are just selfish anyway. And god damn it, why did you save him? Or you didn't really save him, he just fell down lower. Okay, doesn't matter. Thought he saved him. So to say, if he specifically saved him, I was about to be like, you can't have shit in Genshin.
Shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for mind. Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions. Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did you know? Since when?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia and stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
Oh god, Edgelord number
Sino?
fucking a million.
What are you doing here?
The ultimate Edgelord.
Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start! You lied to us too!
Oh my god. It's like you don't know.
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
This is gonna sound like really bad, but someone's probably saying, man, if you can't act like this to someone in real life. Someone in real life would probably have understood they're acting really ridiculous, and hopefully, after I told them, and I would have said it kind, at least after the first few times, that you're really not picking up on things fast here. I'll try to explain it to you. Just let me explain it, or let me handle it. And if they don't understand, then I'm going to get frustrated. But here's the thing. Paimon's never going to hear my voice, so she's never going to understand. She's always going to be stupid.
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
He's already handled it.
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely
Even my
one factor
PS4
that
hates
caused
this.
the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, Alhaitham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
Bye.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came of this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Alhaitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure. Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham. But whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
Where's Ilias?
So, were they all doomed? We can ask Alhaitham about that later.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth, but I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice, but I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Alhaitham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry. Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me. Goodbye, you two.
I mean, you got me having to go seek him out when I don't really want to.
All the test subjects have been taken away. Place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino.
You don't gotta tell an edgelord to stay safe.
Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
He would have killed the trouble immediately. All this for 10 primo gems. And can you imagine that? Ugh. But every little primo gem counts. Probably hardly anything in the desert though. But yeah, I think if I just don't get Dia when the desert, you know, when she comes out, if I don't get her there, I'm still gonna do the desert quest line. But yeah, I think if I just don't get Dia day one, then that's when I'll start doing everything that has to be done in the new part of the desert. Because when the final part of the desert comes out, I don't want to have to wrap up stuff in another part of a desert. So I might as well as at least make sure the second part of the desert is finished before the third part comes out. And at least then I can leave that for whenever the fuck I want. Because I don't see any other characters that I'm looking for. Unless there's a rerun of Shenhe anytime soon, which I'm definitely not getting her. There is no way I'm getting her.
The matter's settled. We can return now.
Whoever is a rerun after Dia that I want, I guarantee you I'm not getting him. Because I already feel like I won't get Dia. But I definitely don't think I'll have the primo gems for whoever comes after Dia. Even then, if I don't get Dia anyway because she gets stolen from me from whoever the fuck I get it lost from, there's just no guarantee of who I'm going to get.
I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions.
Really not.
I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
Hey, we're not your colleagues!
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base!
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
Ah, damn it, man. Just end your quest. The interesting part's already over. If you take me to go meet with your goddamn friend that people are shipping you with, I swear to God. Because it's like, I know if we see Alhaitham's little buddy that he doesn't like, people are already like, oh my God, they're fucking. It's like, oh God. How can the Genshin community be so toxic? How? I mean, I practically am looking for an excuse to get out of Genshin. You know, Honkai Impact has a nice community, I think. What's Honkai Star Rail gonna get? It's not gonna get anything crazy. I still really hope Honkai Star Rail comes to console. They're getting a free PS5 for getting into the closed beta of Honkai Star Rail really makes me hope. Though I hope it's not PS5 exclusive, but I should have a PS5 by my birthday. I kept saying...
Your home?
I mean, I kept saying out loud that I don't expect that I'm going to get one, but people keep saying you'll get it, so I don't know.
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
He's gonna throw everything on him.
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
No, we're not.
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're the person from that time in that one place!
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey!
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham? Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
But aren't you his friend?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
Are you serious? How could you... of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Shut up.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
I don't want to.
Judging by the deafening, quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Fuck. Nice going, Paimon.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the Overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously considering that, are you?
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Are you all okay?
To be more precise, they just had it out for Alhaitham. We just happened to be there.
Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
He? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna need to cut out. If this doesn't end in the next, like, 5 minutes, then this character quest was 4 parts long. And I can't have it be like that. Then I gotta go in the damn desert. Seems to be upset. Damn it. Oh man, yeah, I hope this ends in a second.
Which of them is more problematic? Let's just get this over with and leave.
I blame your curiosity, Paimon. Also, if I can still try to shove this into one video, I'm probably I just need to cut out some loading screens, cut out the fighting.
You whisper very loudly.
Yeah, Paimon's been told that.
Though I did end one part 5 minutes earlier. Hold on, I'll look later.
Do you have any more questions?
The more I talk, the more time gets put into the episode, so it's partly my fault.
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you, too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are.
Yep.
I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you?
What were you actually interested in, Alhaitham?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason.
Something to do with the current atmosphere at the Academia, I suppose?
Correct. The fall of the Sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the Academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
Wait, Your resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
You already know! You should!
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be.
Who are you?
One. The official process to select the new sages is already underway. But this process is long and takes far too much time. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
Yeah, pretty career direction for yourself.
It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about time. You two should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies!
Bye.
See ya.
Ah, man. Okay, so let's get...
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the Academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come? Why do you get special treatment?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it? I'd have been better off catching up on my work. I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
No, don't replay this.
Doesn't ring a
oh my god, you're gonna replay the whole thing? Alright.
Let them finish their talk. The Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses.
I can't believe they would replay the whole thing. Alright, so let me get this done fast, because I need to make time. Alhaitham story quest. Without Alhaitham, the quest is fine. I enjoyed the stuff with Ilias. It really got my brain going, really got me frustrated with the people going against Ilias and the bad hand he was dealt. Really makes me hate the hive mind thing. So, I think the story quest was better than I expected. I expected to actually just ignore it the whole time, but I got invested in it by the end. And yeah, the story quest was better than I expected. Just kind of don't really like Alhaitham that much. And probably am more interested in his friend here. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Still don't want to go in that goddamn desert. And Paimon, I just really wish you would never talk again. Doing this, I guess, apparently in the middle of me doing that whole quest, apparently the Hu Tao rerun popped in, along with the Yavon rerun. Keep these as 5 and 5. I think I'm gonna make the Alhaitham episodes, both parts, like an hour long. Like 1 is an hour, 2 is an hour. I don't know, man. I want to make sure we're still on 5 videos exactly for Genshin. And why did I can't cut down any dialogue in the Alhaitham episode to make it shorter and put it to just an hour. Like, I have to combine them and make them an hour. And I've never done it like that before, but just to make sure that I have them as 5 and 5, so I don't have to go in the desert right now and make any fucking things that I don't want to do. Yeah, it's kind of my only way.